So the other day, the folks at Nintendo has decided to announce something new for the Nintendo Switch, which once again has me guessing on exactly what they're thinking about um, on that side of the planet. So we have what is now called the Nintendo Switch Online, which is a new service for those of you that have a Nintendo Switch. Um, a lot of folks have complained about, while the Switch is a great device, it has quite a few shortcomings, and specifically when it comes to online capability, especially like voice chat and things like that. So the Switch Online service is supposed to alleviate a lot of those concerns, and so some of the features that come with this, and it's a paid service. And we'll go over the pricing later in this video. So some of the features is online play, so I guess you can play with other folks, around the world. I thought you could already do that on some of the games. I have a Switch, but I don't currently play it. Like I said it in an earlier video, I am refusing to play my Switch until they allow us to save our data that either onto an SD card or somewhere to where if my Nintendo Switch breaks or gets destroyed for some reason, I am able to remove my data and move it onto another Switch. Because right now you can't do that, and there have been plenty of YouTubers as well as other users that have lost their data, um, tens if not hundreds of hours of game saves because it's saved directly onto the device, and I am just not a fan of that. But this online service does kind of do a fix here, and I'll talk about that in just a minute. So, like I said, one of the features is online play, and then one of the other things is a Nintendo Entertainment system allowed to play some of the games online. And I was kind of, thought this was kind of weird because they just released the NES Classic 2 years ago, and while it was very successful for them, and a lot of people bought it or resold it for uh, hundreds of dollars on online on secondary markets. You can almost play the exact same games online, and it has supposed to have some extra online ability as well. So it kind of makes the NES Classic almost kind of useless. I mean, if you can play it on here, um, so I thought that was very interesting. And then if they're also going to have just NES games, and they'll be adding more, I believe. Um, then what about some of the other systems like the SNES or N64 or GameCube? Um, and I'm wondering, are they going to with the success of the classic series, are they going to release those first in physical form, and then after those supplies have run out, then put it on the online service. I just don't understand exactly what they're doing. Almost double dipping of the same thing. So and then next, and this is kind of what I said before, it's going to allow save data cloud to the cloud. So a lot of those complaints where people were losing their saves, if you purchase this service, you can save your data up to the cloud. But while it solves my problem, I still have to pay for my saves, and I'm just not a fan of that. We've been in a day and age of having portable saves um, since, I mean, you're almost looking at the mid 90s. We've had this ability since, I mean, for a very, very long time. I'm looking way back as far as Game Boy, early PlayStation, with memory cards. If the PlayStation failed, you could just take the memory card, go to another system, and start playing it. Um, so I just don't understand why I have to pay to save my data. I just don't get it. And then uh, another feature is the Nintendo Switch Online app, which a lot of those folks that had concerns about lack of voice chat now you can download an app onto your phone and do voice chat that way. I don't understand that either because I mean we've had voice chat capabilities for almost 20 years again, uh, either on the PC or Xbox Live. So I don't understand why the Switch can't handle that. When they developed the Switch, was that just not a concern or something they really didn't think players wanted? Uh, so now they're going to give it to us, but now we have to pay for it. Uh, and that just doesn't seem right to me. Seems like a lot of things here that they want to charge us for are for things that we really should already have, for lack of a better term, for free. So anyway, so next, let's talk about the pricing. So there's going to be several price points when it comes to a Nintendo Switch pricing, and I mean it's really not all that bad. I mean, I think it's going to be $3.99 a month for uh, for those that can only pay monthly. Uh, $7.99 for 3 months, and then for a whole year, $20. And $20 for a year is really not that bad. And then what has my interest is the family membership, um, which I think holds up to 7 or 8 for $34.99. And I really like that. For those of you that have children that want to have their each individual accounts, for $35, that's really not all that bad. Uh, I mean, that really comes down to what, like, $2 a month. I mean, or yeah, a little bit over $2 a month, and having up to 7 to 8 people, that's a really good deal. So, my only concern with the family membership is when I had the Xbox Live with my family, we had, we have several of us under, for like $100 for a year. But then, as my children got older and they became adults, and then they wanted to separate their accounts from the family account, it was incredibly difficult in order to do that. They were able to do it, but they had to call Microsoft, and I mean, it took a lot longer than it actually should. So I'm hoping with the family membership, it can be very painless if a person wants to either separate from the family membership or add their membership to a family membership. Make that incredibly easy. So, I mean, the prices aren't too bad, but at the same time, what they're offering, um, a lot of it should already be there. Not the NES games, or if they add any other system games. I think for this price, you could just get those alone. But everything else should really come with the Switch. So anyway, this whole service is supposed to come out September this year, and I'm not. I mean, like I said, I'm still not sure whether or not I'm myself am going to sign up for it, simply off the fact that I still would like to have my saves onto some type of portable media. An SD card should be more than well enough. If I have a you know 512 gigabyte SD card in there with all my downloads, I'm pretty sure the saves do not take that much space, so I should be able to put it on there as well. So, am I going to hold out for that? Probably still. But what do you think of the Nintendo Switch online service? Do you think this is a good thing? Do you plan on signing up for it? Maybe I'm just being stubborn. Let me know. Post it in the comments below. If you like this particular rant, you can hit that like button. If you want to hear more of my rants in the world of TVs, movies, video games, pop culture in general, you can hit that subscribe button. You can also hit that notification button and follow me on Twitter. Anyway, that's it for me for now. Talk to you later. Peace.